In this video, we're going to be taking you through a project that hasn't only just done an incredible groundbreaking deal with a major global brand, but it's also amassed a whopping $150 million in just 7 days of its latest NFT drop. If you want to get involved in that project and others in the early secondary market, then don't forget to stay tuned. We're still early. We've got you with all the analysis right here. It's been a big week for Artifact, hasn't it?
Crazy week for Artifact. They only started in 2020, so we're not even 2 years out since those guys kind of dropped with their original focus, which was collectibles, merchandise, bridging that with tech and Web3. Obviously, that's one of the precipice now. And we talk about being on the verge of greatness. Like, they just dropped the most amazing, incredible announcement yesterday. Just been acquired by Nike. That is a pretty solid return investment when you open up a business like less than 20 months ago.
It's absolutely insane. And I mean, if you're ever bullish on the moves into the metaverse, this article and just any sort of news around the Nike acquisition, this is the stuff that is starting to build up big time. And you know what this means? Like, only a few weeks ago, we saw Adidas make its move into the metaverse. Nike is now making its strike as well. It's pretty incredible. But not only that, Artifact, I mean, the Clone X drop as well. This is huge, isn't it?
For me, Bex, it reminds me of all of those amazing nods to X-Men. In the vial, like the mutations happening, it's probably quite a big nod as well to Pokemon and some of the ways that those kind of guys, evolved into different kind of meta versions of themselves. What I always look for, especially in projects in this space, who are the artists that are aligning themselves along the brands? Like, who are they? Do they come with notoriety? And it does not get bigger than, well, when you're working with Takeshi Murakami. So he's known very much for the contemporary art, Japanese artist, does a lot of the sunflower art. And I mean, he's got, a subtle following of 2.4 million followers on Instagram.
Just subtle, just small amounts of followings there. But yeah, it's pretty incredible actually. And for anyone that kind of doesn't know his work, I mean, he's been going for years and years. And I think this is a great example of it. These sunflowers here, this is very, very well known within the artwork and very, very valuable. And he's moved into the metaverse. I mean, we were talking about the fact that he's actually got his very own Clone X made of him, his custom Clone X. It's incredible.
So just to kind of take a step back so everybody's aware. So when Clone X dropped, the idea was that you went out, you bought a vial, and you weren't sure what Clone X you're going to get once that mints goes through symbiosis, like whatever that evolution mechanism is. As we look now on the secondary market in OpenSea, well, these are what the polished versions look like, and whether it's the influence from Takeshi himself or wizards that sit within that team over at Artifact to bring these amazing looking avatars to life. The next thing I'm excited by, Bex, I've got to be honest, it's the metaverse and what that could look like for Artifact and Clone X.
Because Artifact, for anyone who doesn't know, like, they were creating sneakers for the metaverse. They've already teamed up with people like Ferocious and things like that. They've made their plays pretty strategically already. And so the hype around this is real. I want to just jump very quickly to the activity. Look, the floor price here, 4.98. That is incredible. In just 7 days, it has jumped to nearly 5 ETH. We've got 17.4K items and 6.5K owners. So people are buying multiples of this. And look at how quickly things are going. Not just for small change. This is going for big money. 6 ETH, 4 ETH, 9.6 ETH, 5.2 ETH. This is not cheap, but this is how bullish people are on metaverse and what Clone X is going to do within that space. So this for me is a really solid bet. It's an expensive bet, but if you look at videos like this, where you see just what Nike's play is within Artifact Studios and what they're going to be doing. I mean, this for me spoke about the future. This is how we could see ourselves within the metaverse. It is looking pretty incredible, pretty Ready Player One, if you ask me.
Over the last 7 days, they've had, I think, over 2,200 active NFT sales of Clone X on the secondary market. It is buoyant. It's busy. Again, I'm always looking at what we're always looking at. When we're talking about people doing their research, a core part of that is how big's that community swell look like. And actually, what's really, really dope about CloneX's approach is they've also got a super active community. I think it's over 119,000 that are actively available, that are talking, that are communicating, and that's on Discord alone. And then when you start to kind of look at the team, the wider play, supported by arguably a brand that has lined themselves with the likes of Michael Jordan, like mainstream cultural celebrities, and Nike's now taking that next brave step into what they see as the next interaction, that next segue of culture. How great that we are part of that, that we are bringing that to you, the opportunity, because yes, it may be 4.9 Ethereum at time of recording, but actually you may be saying to yourself, well, is the barrier to entry lower than if I wanted to go and drop, I don't know, $180,000 on the Bored Ape?
It's a big thing to consider, but very much worth your time. So, oh, hi guys, just wanted to take a very quick NFT break, just to let you know that this video has been very kindly brought to you in partnership with the Sad Clown Collective. Now, this is a fantastic NFT project. The Sad Clown Collective is a PFP style NFT collection with utilities such as an NFT vault and staking. It's also supporting mental health charities. So if you want to get involved, there is definitely still time. The pre-sale and whitelist date is on the 5th of January 2022, and you'll be able to get in at a price of 0.06 Ethereum. Plus, the main sale is then going to be taking place on the 7th of January 2022 with the Ethereum price of 0.08. Thanks so much to the Sad Clown Collective for partnering with us on this particular video. Now let's get back to it and more fantastic projects for you to explore. Next up, we're moving from the Ethereum blockchain over to the Solana blockchain with Soul Sisters. Now, this is a very stylish looking NFT project, I have to say. I really like this. And a solid mint has already taken place.
So we're now more looking at that kind of secondary market and that activity. The communities as well are buoyant, they're busy. There's over 11,000 that exist on Twitter. There's over 14,000 that exist on Discord alone. I'm not just looking about what the sisters are here to do. Now, they've come to save the human race because we've made some mistakes. But the ultimate vision is for them to change the industry and really use Solana, Soul Sisters, to drive a sisterhood fund for change. A lot of charitable initiatives are involved in this utility.
You know, their vision is very clearly marked out on their website. Some beautiful artwork here as well. Essentially, they're giving you as much information as you need to kind of really get to grips with this. And I think that's why the community has really got behind it. The fact that there are these charitable donations, there's obviously lots of brilliant utility as well for the holders. But to be honest, this stuff is already doing well. You can see their roadmap. You can see everything that's laid out really nicely for them, for you guys to get your information on. But look, you know, again, as Warren said, a huge following is out there already on Twitter. Lots of people really excited about it. There's an airdrop that is happening in a few days' time. Time of recording, this will probably already gone out by the time this video drops, but that will be really pleasing for all of the Soul Sister holders. And let's not underestimate the power of Solana based projects. They are growing. You know, we do think naturally about going over to the Ethereum blockchain. Sol has no gas fees, so it's really appealing to a lot of people. And I think when the art is this good, and actually the platforms like Solana Art is doing really, really good stuff. This has made leaps and bounds since I last looked at it only a couple of months ago. It's looking much more like OpenSea. So there's a really solid play here. I think the Soul Sisters, like you say, it's got that charitable angle, which a lot of people will buy into. The artwork is incredibly appealing, and already it is changing hands and doing really, really strong stuff. So we've got a great community. We've got a fantastic level of artwork. We've got amazing, amazing opportunities with their airdrops that are happening. And ultimately, we've got a good, solid roadmap that is making sure that the community is going to be delivered for as we go forward in this space.
You know, Bex, it gives us a lot more confidence when we see that level of time, quality, control. One of the exclusive utilities that the holders, the NFT holders actually get access to is a modular NFT piece which makes up to several different planets, ultimately forming something called the Sisterverse. Now, what's really, really interesting about this, the hexagonal NFTs themselves, they will follow artistic standards still. To get more information around what that Sisterverse will look like, how you go around acquiring those modular pieces and become part of, I would say, a super, super interesting next sister metaverse, you need to head over to the website because there's so much detail and information there to see that's available for everybody to get hold of. And Bex, how cool that they get to talk about different projects, not necessarily just on Ethereum. We want to be, unbiased and give everybody a real variety of appetite and availability.
Right, our final pick of the day is the Crypto Cartel. Welcome to the familia. This is the Crypto Cartel. Now, the way we found out about it is that we had them featured on our Twitter space, and they told us about the project. They really articulated it in a really good way. They've got a strong community behind them that's very evangelical about the project. And the artwork, it reminds me of The Simpsons. It's kind of something that is very different to what we've seen in the NFT space so far.
Pleasure to hear them talk about their story, what the end goal was. It's the Simpsons style-based NFT artwork, which is so much fun. Also, it's got that kind of that mafia, La Familia approach. So the backstory, Bex, just to kind of bring everybody up to speed and let them know, should this be, the next purchase they're looking for in their NFT wallet. Naturally, when you've been in the mafia for a long time, you're going to retire. You're thinking about kind of the next phase of what the next phase of the mafia would be. And unfortunately, I'm sure running from various law enforcement might be pretty tricky. But why don't we look at creating a cartel of Goodfellas based on the Ethereum blockchain? There's a collection of 8,000 La Familia family that are available. They're retired, but they're active on the blockchain. And effectively, they're not dealing in narcotics, fencing gold or TVs. These guys are about activating on the blockchain.
Yeah, and what I love about this is that they are taking something that's really fun, but it's really getting people involved in it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's your early bird. The minting is happening right now, but they may not have sold out by the time this video has gone out. And if they have, you'll be early on the secondary market. So it's still very much worth an opportunity for you guys to get involved in this. I've been on the Discord. I've been involved in it. It's really active. There are so many people that are loving chatting about this. There's almost 10,000 people on their Discord. So they're doing something right. There's lots of people bought into this. And again, in terms of that kind of evangelical look and feel, at time of recording, the whitelist has only just happened. We're kind of at a pre-mint stage. So there's 241 owners to 551 items. Floor price is pretty solid. But actually, that's a good half and half purchase. So people are maybe buying two, which is a good solid investment from a lot of people. And actually, you know what, we haven't even seen the reveal yet, so there's lots more to come from these guys, and I quite like the fact that we're kind of on an early stage with it. So have a quick look at the activity so far. Still a few kind of secondary market purchases that are happening on here. They're kind of going at around the floor price and what we can expect, but that doesn't mean to say that this isn't going to pick up. So go do your own research, go see what they've got involved for you as part of a wider plan for the rest of the cartel familia, and basically go and have some fun with this NFT. It's a really good pick. Well, Artifact is undoubtedly going from strength to strength. Yes, it is a high price point to get involved in, but at the same time, there is still opportunity there for you. So we hope that analysis was really useful to you. Plus, if you're looking to other blockchains, then obviously the Soul Sisters on Solana is a fantastic choice, and Crypto Cartel is bringing all the fun as well. If you're after some strategic investment opportunity and analysis, and don't forget to also check out these videos too. They're there to help you whilst you're doing your own research. But for now, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.